Oh, Agent Carter, how I've missed having you on my TV screen. In case you haven't heard or read the title of this video yet, Agent Carter returned Tuesday night after a week-long hiatus, and it brought back the ever-elusive Howard Stark. If you haven't watched the episode yet, I'm gonna tell you to go do that now because I'm delving into it all, and man, was there some deep snow. I mean, have you seen the Northeast? It's a mess out there. So if you haven't watched the episode yet, just put this in your watch later videos and I will see you when you come back. Bye for now! The episode started off with my current favorite bromance, Jarvis and Peggy, busting some kneecaps and getting Howard Stark back. And it was a nice little role reversal because Jarvis in this situation was kind of the eye candy and the distraction while Peggy was in there knocking out the bad guys and taking them all down. And once she finally took out all the bad guys, we got to see what was so important. And it was Howard Stark just playing pool with some pool balls that also turned out to be bombs, maybe? I don't know. The gist of it is Howard Stark is back in town. He tells Peggy that he needs to know which inventions the SSR has because he wants to know which ones are still out there. And Peggy's like, alright, I'll just sneak into the lab. You know, like, no one even gives me anything to do anyway. So she shows Howard all the inventions they got, and I think it said that they had them pretty much all, but he says that he needs her to steal one back because it's got not good things, and apparently the SSR version of scientists is just pressing buttons to see what happens. I was like, this is not like scientifically smart because what if like one was a bomb and you were just pressing it and then boom goes the whole office? Like, not Fitzsimmons to say the least. Howard explains to her basically that he has this ball thing that he invented that he needs her to steal back because basically you press one button and it can wipe out the entire electricity in a city, and he hasn't figured out how to turn it back on yet. So if one of the stupid scientists pushes the button like they have been, they're gonna block out all of New York City and Howard's not gonna be able to turn it back on. So she agrees to go get that, but as Jarvis is driving her, he literally has the worst tell in the entire world because she's like, so it's just one button, right? And then nothing else will happen. He's like, yeah, that's right, like pulling on, like he's gonna rip his ear off basically, and she's just like, why are you doing that, Jarvis? And he's like, oh, no, nothing's wrong. She's not dumb, so she figures out that something's not right. But then she is kind of dumb because she goes in and she gets the thing, and then she's like, well, they said if I press it, it's gonna wipe out all of New York City's power, so let me try and press it to see what really happens. And meanwhile, I'm thinking like, this could be an actual bomb that Howard invented by accident. Thankfully, nothing exploded, because I was really expecting something to explode or like a poisonous gas to like shoot out in her face, so she took a risk there. But what it actually was the super soldier serum, because it was Steve Rogers' blood in that. And so I mean, that's her dead boyfriend's blood, so she's kind of freaked out, understandably, that he hid this from her and that he took this from her. So she confronts him about it, and he basically says that he thinks that they can use this to cure tons and tons of diseases and everything, and he wants to be the good guy. But then Peggy's like, no, you just want to make a lot of money and have your name out there and redeem yourself. I feel like this is again where people underestimate Howard and both Tony Stark, and that they always assume the worst of them just because of their personalities. But I think Howard explained it well in that he's saying to get from the place that I was, like gutter trash, to where I am now, you have to do some not so nice things, and you have to be comfortable with becoming not the perfect person and everyone trusting you. At the end of the day, I feel like he's a good guy. I feel like he did want this for good purposes, and Peggy not trusting him in that, really, that was a sucker punch to the gut. So now Peggy, Jarvis, and Howard are all kind of on the outs because Jarvis is trying to talk to Peggy and she wants nothing to do with him because he also knew about Steve Rogers' blood and she just really doesn't trust them. She says that it's better working with people at the SSR that don't trust me or are honest with me because I can trust them not to be honest with me, whereas you guys I trust and you're not honest with me. So now we're all kind of on the outskirts, unfortunately, in our little bromantic triangle here, and I'm really sad, but I know they'll get back together soon, so I'm not that worried. It was just a really nice moment though, I feel like, with Jarvis when he was like to Stark, I thought I got so used to apologizing to people for you that it can't even affect me anymore, but that really hurt, apologizing to Peggy and her not believing me. It's just really great in seeing how their friendship is going to change and develop, and I feel like it's going to get stronger now because they have to build it back up from this place of trust and learn to work with each other more. So that's where we left things off with them. We also have, unfortunately, Peggy's new neighbor turns out to be a giant wackadoodle, which everyone had kind of guessed, but I thought she was just gonna like work for Russia or something, but she's kind of like crazy in that she saw the guy that was hunting Peggy with a gun and was like, I want that, and then went like super soldier on him and like snapped his neck with her legs, and I was like, okay. So I don't know what the heck is going on with her. I'm scared. basically. I'm very, very scared to see what's gonna happen with her. So, in the SSR office, Chad Michael Murray's character Doucheface continues to be a doucheface by treating Sousa and Maggie like absolute and complete shite. Seriously, every single thing out of his mouth, I literally wanted to slap him in the face, and I was just rolling my eyes at every single line he said. Send him to Russia, make him a spy like Ward was, and make him part of Hydra. Just get him off my TV screen, please. He's the one that ends up marrying Peggy like Entertainment Weekly speculated. I'll probably vomit for weeks on end. Like literally it'll just be non-stop, just And then of course, on a side note, we also got a sneak peek of the new episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. returning in March, and I am so excited. It looks so good, even though Skye, poor baby, is not in the best of places right now, but I can't wait to see what's gonna happen when it returns. So excited. Anyway, back to Agent Carter. Next week we're going on a trip to Russia with the one and only Howling Commandos, minus Steve and Bucky, of course. And I could not be more excited. This week's episode was really good. I feel like it was really character and world building and expanding things and seeing more and more bad guys. It's just getting more twisty and more conspiracy, and I can't wait to see where it's gonna go. I'm so excited. So if you guys watch the episode, please feel free to leave your thoughts, reactions, and predictions down below. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Next week, make sure to have your proactive, because it looks like we'll be trying to prevent some Russian prison breakouts. Bye!